All right, so we've got a trade breakdown on GU. So we took some sells last night throughout London. Now we actually ended up scaling into our position. So here was entry 1, this was entry 2. Now this first take profit was for the entry 1. So we ended up scaling out 25% of the position then. The second take profit 1 was for our second position. So we ended up scaling out of that second position 25%. And then we got our TP2 met shortly after, where we scaled out of the majority of the positions and we moved stops to break even. So now I'll just get into our session buys. When we started our session, I was bearish, but I wanted to see price actually trade up, take out these previous equal highs inside of this 1 hour fair value gap, and then reject. But throughout Asian session, we were already displacing away from this 1 hour fair value gap. So I was then looking to actually catch a confirmation. Before our entry 1, I was waiting for this 15-minute candle to close below this low here for a change in state of delivery to actually confirm the bearish order flow actually coming in. But we didn't get that until a little bit after. So what actually got me into my first position was actually seeing this 5-minute IPG form. So once we got that, I was waiting for price to close below these lows here so we could actually confirm a 5-minute change in state of delivery. So we then would have our bearish order flow. Now once we got that, we got this big 5-minute IPG gap actually form. I set my limits at the fair value gap fill. We got that. Now scaling into the position to actually confirm price even further. Sorry, I'll just run it back to this previous SMT. So on GU we actually made a lower high, and on EU we made a higher high. And we also confirmed our bearish bias with EU as well, even though we're in GU. So price was correlating quite nicely. So going back to the 1 minute where we actually scaled in. So we got further SMT on the 1 minute. We made a higher high with GU, and EU we made a lower high, I'm pretty sure. EU we made a lower high. So it wasn't just the SMT that we got as well. We got a 1 minute FVG where price was respecting and actually reacting from. So that was another confirmation, but I was waiting for a 1 minute change in state of delivery just below these previous series of up candles. So we got that. Once we closed below here, I actually hit the market enter. Stops just at the fill of the 15-minute fair value gap. 5-minute fair value gap. Stops at the fill of the 5-minute fair value gap. And once we actually closed below here, we got our after that. So to confirm price even more, once we were in both positions, we were waiting for this 15-minute change in state of delivery, and we ended up getting it shortly after position 2. So I'd say about 5 minutes after. So that then confirmed price even further to the downside, and our take profits were set on 15-minute lows. This was take profit 2, where we ended up scaling out of majority of position. And once we got a candle close on the 5-minute, I believe. Yeah, once we closed below here on the 5-minute, I actually moved stops to break even. But once we closed below this low here, I actually moved my stop loss to where my entry, my scaled in entry was. So just to de-risk on that. Now, the overall take profit was our daily fair value gap / previous day lows for our TBL liquidity. So it's quite obvious that price was actually being drawn towards these lows here because we did fail to displace above these highs here. We got tons of confirmation where we actually seen this bearish order flow coming in. We changed the state of delivery. We also had our 1 hour IFEG that was being respected, and this 1 hour fair value gap was just a continuation from this move down. Now it also looks like we're in a market maker sell model. It's quite obvious at the moment if you just look at it just like this, without any markups, clear as day. Now yeah, going into the trade, it does look like we could have held on to it a lot more, but we obviously want to be responsible and actually take profits because we're in this game to make money. So we had to obviously take our win and not get greedy, even though this would have been nice to actually hold for a 17R. But yeah, that's basically the trade breakdown. It was nice A+ setup, and we ended up securing 4R anyway. So yeah, that's the trade breakdown.